Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another WANNABE Rapper Reacts. We're here with, I think they would pronounce it Orain. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Orain's Cuphead Bosses Rap Cypher, featuring Freshie Canal, Swizkey, Korobane Azia, and more. I feel like I know a lot about Cuphead. And I noticed that there's no DLC bosses in here from what I looked at, so, you know, DLC bosses if you're doing that, I mean, maybe. But, so we're going to jump into this. I don't know everyone on this. I know a few names. Fresh Canal, Swizkey, Azia. You know, I know some of the names on here. So I'm going to enjoy this. We're going to be breaking it down. And as you should know, on this channel, we pause a lot to try and break down bars, explain things. So, let's jump into it. Is it Danny? Tyga, Comrade, Lee Bergantino, Whiskey, Azia, Leo Barqui, Commander Jacob, Garbage Gothic, Metastarva, Just Gamer, and Freshie. Out of the of the names I recognize, I also recognize Matt Ratius. I follow him on Twitter. I think Garbage Gothic I recognize as well, but I can't off the top of my head remember from where. Shut up, phone. Produced by Expulsion.
Out of the mud, long way from the casino. If you can't handle the heat, you could try the jalapeno. And I'm out of the mud, long way from the casino.
Out of the mud because they're plants.
If you can't handle the heat, you could try the jalapeno. And
you get it.
I promise we don't care at all. He knows he's getting beat. Our acid leaves.
Care at all. You know he's getting beat. Our acid leaves you in a pickle. These are all obviously plant puns. Very simple, very obvious, but you know I enjoy it. Okay.
You in a pickle. And we're not talking amino. I said I'm.
Oh, okay. Our acid.
Promise we don't care at all. He knows he's getting beat. Our acid leaves you.
Our acid leaves you in a pickle. We're not talking amino. Amino acids, of course, are building blocks of cells, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I'm quite stupid sometimes. Also, probably not a reference to the app Amino, which is known for being a really bad place, especially for minors. Oh, I forgot I had this. I doubt that's what it's referencing, but if it is, good doubles. I love it.
In a pickle. And we're not talking amino. I said I'll mug that fucking cup. There's no
mug the fucking cup. Mug as in, you know, mug like with a knife, but also mug because cup, mug, you get it.
Wait, he leaves alive. We'll be chopping up the enemies, and we're not talking chives because of
chopping up the enemies, but we're not talking chives, or green onions, typically as they were referred to. You usually chop those up and sprinkle on top of things.
Mug that fucking cup. There's no way he leaves alive. We'll be chopping up the enemies, and we're not talking chives because the three of us have come a long way up from our roots.
Come a long way up from our roots. Also, I do love that they do different voices for each of the root pack members. That's very fun.
Be chopping up the enemies, and we're not talking chives because the three of us have come a long way up from our roots. And oh, the finger gets us triggered. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
And oh, the finger gets us triggered. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Obviously, they get triggered, as in, you know, triggered is a term usually referred to something that causes typically traumatic flashbacks. It's usually used in terms of PTSD, but also triggered is a common phrase for like getting angry. And then the finger, both referring to the middle finger, and then also the finger gun of Cuphead. You know, trigger finger because you use a trigger finger to shoot, and then 1, 2, 3, shoot. I know I'm explaining a lot, but like I feel like when I hear a bar I enjoy, I'm going to break it down.
Fuck you know about Goopy and Legrande. Humans.
Okay, Legrand. Goopy Legrand.
Gets us triggered. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
I'm assuming that he says Legrande for a rhyme.
Fuck you know about Goopy and Legrande. Humans eating a bar ever clock this suave. Jumping out the
Grand? Scooping it on would rhyme with swallow a bit better. Whatever.
Brush, hope you're ready for a hard set. I'll turn a parfait, cocktail the parrot. Jumping out the brush, hope you're ready for a hard set. I'll turn a parfait, cocktail the parrot.
I don't get that one. Explain that one to me in the comments, because I don't understand that one. It's probably using words I just don't know.
Any kid trying to collect debts, don't be dodging fists.
Dodging fizz, as you saw, because of the punch.
You from the fucking box like a Roddy Rich.
Oh, The Box is the song by Roddy Rich, right? It's called The Box.
You listen impetuous, so don't be pulling stumps with me. I down a jelly bean or two and box you like a butterbean.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what butterbean is referring to in this context. Once again, explain it to me in the comments. Whatever I missed, let me know.
You listen impetuous, so don't be pulling stumps with me. I down a jelly bean or two and box you like a butterbean.
Better pay the premium, because I don't want your baggage. Bitch,
Hi, Ace Music. Apparently, according to the description, these bars for the Hildeberg section were written.
Down a jelly bean or two and box you like a butterbean.
better pay the premium, because I don't want your baggage. Bitch, I'm savage, chilling in first class, because I'm lavish. Something you
Yeah.
can't surpass. You'll be dead on arrival. Got the flick strapped like I'm semi-autopilot. I'ma give you the jet lag. Better sit down or I get mad. Oh, I live in a deathmatch airplane mode. You couldn't text back. Give it surpass. You'll be dead on arrival. Got the
So there's a lot of plane puns. I'm not super in depth, well known with planes, but
savage, chilling in first class.
obviously first class because she's chilling in first class because she's lavish, because she is fancy. She is, deserving of being treated better.
Because I'm lavish. Something you can't surpass. You'll be
Also, you can't surpass first class besides being the pilot because they are ahead of first class. But you can't surpass.
dead on arrival. Got the
You'll be dead on arrival. DOA, dead on arrival, means that when you are dead before you get to the hospital. That means when you arrive at the hospital, you are already dead.
flick strapped like I'm semi-autopilot. I'm
Got the blick strap like I'm semi-autopilot. Autopilot, of course, referring to the thing that they use to help themselves keep steady in the air, but also semi-auto is a typical firing rate for a pistol, which is often called a blick or a blicky, which she has the blick strapped or held, which then means if she has the blick strapped, it's a semi-auto, so it's semi-auto pilot because she is of the name. More so a blimp. But
give you the jet lag. Better sit down or I get mad. Oh, I live in a deathmatch airplane mode. You couldn't text back.
airplane mode basically just turns out your your Wi-Fi and data that's used to stop instruments on the plane from getting fucked up.
The closer right dance floor. You better be given the passport. I'm popping you back to economy class. I've been awfully fast with the transport. The closer right dance floor. You better be given the passport.
Okay.
I'm popping you back to economy class. I've been awfully fast with the transport.
Popping you back to economy class. Economy class is, if I'm not mistaken, the lowest class. It's typically towards the back of the plane and is where most people sit. Popping you back because she is a blimp. Blimp is a type of balloon, essentially. And when you defeat her, or when she is, not when you defeat her, but when she does these moments where she switches into her celestial forms, she pops. So that's what that's for.
You'll never live the same if you step into my garden, because I'm the carnation that brings in the carnage. I got a friendly face, however I'm evil incarnate. Pollination and domination are mine, the carnage. I got
So Pollination Domination, I think, is the name of his level, which is where
a friendly face, however I'm evil incarnate. Pollination and domination are my targets. I approach my victims exuberantly, but then I'll hit them harder than a boomerang seed.
the boomerang seed, as you saw, or probably can't because it has decided to drop in quality. Give this a second to reload up. The boomerang seed, of course.
Exuberantly, but then I'll hit them harder than a boomerang seed.
The boomerang seed is a move that he uses where he shoots out a seed and a boomerang.
Vines wrapping around your neck, you don't want to mess with this. I've got the dandelion, so you better make a wish.
You blow on a dandelion, and the fuzz of the dandelion it's not really, is it a dandelion? Yeah, it's a dandelion. You blow on the dandelion to make a wish.
Welcome aboard the fly trap. These guys spitting fly rap. Up against the brother's stroke, the cup is gonna die fast. Welcome aboard the fly trap. These guys spitting fly rap. Up against the brother's stroke, the cup is gonna die fast.
Up against the brothers croak. Up against the brothers croak. This cup is gonna die fast. Croaking Crowing is another term for dying. They're also Ribby and Croaks, although we don't know their last name. Calling them the brothers Croak for the punchline makes it sound.
Welcome aboard the fly trap. These guys spitting
Also, the fly trap is the name of the boat. At least in the animated series, I think that's what it's called.
fly rap. Up against the brothers Croak, the Cuphead's gonna die fast. Scrapping since with tadpoles, you know we're crude and bad. A couple fearsome fighting frogs from the wrong side of the lily pad.
From the wrong side of the lily pad, or which is a term in reference to the wrong side of the tracks, which is typically seen as the bad side of town, where I guess you would say the gangsters come from.
Spitting fireflies, which harder than the other guy.
Spitting fire flies, but also spitting fire, which is a term for rapping really good. But they also shoot fireflies. It's one of their attacks in the game.
When old frog and toad, you know I'm out to raise this right. Let's get the show on. This first started to drag. You saying it's my fault? So what if I am? Let's get the fireflies, which harder than the other guy. Cause when old frog and toad, you know I'm.
I don't know what the no frog and tone refers to. Someone explain it to me. But the you know our mother raised us right, and then them fighting each other at the end is almost definitely in reference to the animated series on Netflix, because in that they care very deeply for their mother, and they also fight each other a lot. It's kind of a big thing in their first episode.
I'm out to raise this right. Let's get the show on. This first started to drag. You saying it's my fault? So what if I am?
Baronet's Bon 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 on a beat like bubblegum.
My fault? So what if I am?
Baronet's Bon 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 on a beat like bubblegum. Drops got a pop with a street fight. Honey, you just hopped on the top of a beehive. Gobble up the top.
Interesting, honey, you just dropped the top of the beehive. Sounds more like something Rumor Honeybottom should say.
Got a pop with a street fight. Honey,
But also, honey is used in a lot of candy, so I guess.
you just hopped on the top of a beehive. Gobble up the trouble, keep my bullet jelly beans right.
Bullet jelly beans. She shoots like cotton candy things, I guess. But also, she has those jelly beans that run back and forth and shoot, so I guess that makes sense.
Swing my cookie dough, and you got a crooked nose. I ain't got a sugar coat, yeah, I'm just a sugar goat. Wouldn't know what cookie dough, and you got a crooked nose. I ain't got a sugar coat, yeah, I'm just a sugar goat.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat, I'm just the sugar goat. Goat, of course, meaning greatest of all time. Goat of sugar would refer to, of course, because she is the baroness, the queen of the candy.
Wouldn't know what you waffling about.
Wouldn't know what you're waffling about, or like jumping back and forth on, but also waffling because she has a waffle minion.
Bloated, cause when I say I got a piece of cake, then it's loaded.
Got a piece of cake because it's loaded. Her chuckin is more candy cane-esque, but also her castle is a cake and it follows and attacks you, so it's loaded to attack.
Know what you waffling about. I'm bloated.
Exotic purple toad.
Cause when I
Make sure to subscribe to everyone. I should have said that at the beginning. Make sure to subscribe to everyone on the Cypher, and especially to O'Rain for putting this all together.
say I got a piece of cake, then it's loaded.
From the castle grounds to the grounds of a fair, step right out to the clown. This match is bound to be fair. But no, the tickets aren't accepted when you're grounds of a fair. Step right out to the clown. This match is bound to be fair.
This bout is bound to be fair, as in a fair fight, but also they are at a fair, or because it's not a circus, it is a fair that they are at. You can tell by all the rides.
No, the tickets aren't accepted when your bones are the fair. And Peppy is
Your tickets are instead of when your bones are the fair, because basically he's saying that you don't need to pay upfront with money because I'm going to kill you for it.
to the clown. This match is bound to be fair. But no, the tickets aren't accepted when your bones are the fair. And Peppy is best in your bet. You better sound the fanfare. It's the bumping carnival, kerfuffle, pull up at a coaster. I'm like a Ferris wheel. Every round will start you over. And bumping carnival,
Okay, ooh, that's a
kerfuffle, pull up at a coaster.
Carnival Kerfuffle is the name of the level.
I'm like a Ferris wheel.
I'm like a Ferris wheel. How every round will start you over. Ooh, I like that. Every Ferris wheel obviously goes round and round, but also how every round will start you over, as in every time you go around, you start over from the beginning. And because Beppy is considered one of the harder bosses, typically, you have to start him over quite often. So every round will start you over. I like that.
You better sound the fanfare. It's the bumping carnival, kerfuffle, pull up at a coaster. I'm like a Ferris wheel. Every round will start you over and over and over. 3 times on the
Ooh, okay, I like that too. You repeat.
a coaster. I'm like a Ferris wheel. Every round will start you over and over and over. 3 times on the line.
3 lives in line because he said it 3 times, but also you only get 3 hits in Cupheads, which is your 3 lives per game.
A trio of teacups will make a wonderful ride.
A trio of teacups will make a fun ride, obviously referring to teacup rides, which typically have you spun around while in a giant teacup. You see one of these at Disneyland, for example, and he's saying that since you get 3 lives, and when it kills you 3 times, you can use your 3 heads to turn into a ride.
over and over, 3 lives on the line. A trio of teacups will make a wonderful ride.
Y'all don't wanna know who this genie is. The genie is step into.
Okay, I like that. You don't want to know this genie is a genius. I like when they flip stuff like that. That's fun.
Teacups will make a wonderful ride.
Y'all don't wanna know who this genie is. The genie is step into my crib and we'll find out if you're beating this. I'm the greatest. I leave spots robbed like a pyramid scheme. So we
Pyramid scheme because they fight at a pyramid.
just step up for dust to win when you hear in the peak. Egypt, these pussies we speak by a hair like pyramid scheme. So either step up for dust to win when you hear in the peak. Egypt, these pussies we speak by a hair like a sphinx.
Like a sphinx.
If you double take your shot, ain't not my word like you stinks. Be smart with your.
I don't. Do people knock wood when they say when jinx? I always heard knock wood when you're saying, like, you know, you saying something and you don't want it to like be I guess to be jinxed. Yeah. Okay. I get it.
These pussies we speak by a hair like a sphinx.
Okay. This one doesn't get to. I know Sphinx is decent. Obviously, if you wanted to like, you know, miss me by a nose like a sphinx, that makes sense because the sphinx's nose fell off. Well, I think sphinxes typically in mythology still have hair, so I don't know.
Sphinx, and if you double take your shot, ain't not my word like you stinks. Be smart with your wishes.
Okay, you double take, yeah. Okay.
I turn the populace anonymous. I put the ego in a sarcophagus.
Take a deep breath. You better step back, cause I'm not the type to drag into the grim match.
Not the type to drag on such a grim match. This is a match that this is a fight that is grim or dark. He doesn't want to drag on. He's a dragon, and his name is Grim Matchstick.
Truth on the Santa game you should be playing, cause you know this is beat and the only thing that I'm slaying. Think you got out?
Because he kills you a lot. Because he's also one of the harder bosses, typically speaking.
Hot shot, I'll put you in the hot seat. Stop thinking that on you. You go from broke, I'm all about green. But we're
You go for broke, but I'm all about green because he's a green dragon. Green, obviously referring to money, and go for broke.
boiling when I see red, the ugly mug should run. Soon you'll find 3 heads will be better than none. The house
3 heads will be better than none.
always wins, so you best change your flight course. Anyone, one that kids nail you. Child support. Eagles don't
Okay, that's the other one.
win, so you best change your flight course. Anyone, one that kids nail you. Child support. Eagles don't dare, so what happens when you see me? I only air your sword and I take back the break you stole from me. You got to remember how hot till I second beat you and spit you out. You're just another piece you stole from me.
So they're kind of splitting these bars a lot with the video because like a lot of these are references directly to his attacks.
Dare, so what happens when you see me?
You see me steam because he has.
I only air your sword and I take back the break you stole from me. You got to remember
How heartless I can be because he's.
how hot till I second beat you and spit you out. You're just another piece of garbage to me. I'm stretching you out till you heed what's been earned. You're under my roof and the word is the birds.
And the word is the birds. You listen to the. So typically you hear parents say like, "Oh, if you're under my roof, you follow my rules." So you're under my roof in this context because you have to fight him when he's in his house. And so the word is the birds. The one who is in charge is the bird, who is him, obviously Wally Warbles, but also in reference to the bird is the word, the song that is referenced in Family Guy.
Better behave in the beehive. I make the tree shake with my bee tribe. If you make the bees quake, it's a green light. To flip your big frame on its bee side. You wing on my garden till I leviosa. I'll flip your big frame
Okay, that's a. Okay, it's.
on its bee side. You wing on my garden till I leviosa.
She wing on my garden till Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa is the iconic Harry Potter phrase.
I'll lift my wand, put you in a honeycomb. Flip in my book, but there's no spelling bee.
Flipping my book, because as you see, she can flip through a book to get for an attack, but this ain't no spelling bee. Spelling bees obviously refer to, you know, where you go up and you spell words. So obviously you flip into the book to look at words, but also it's not for.
Oh, Lizzie got nothing on me. You can't miss this queen.
She is dead. Lizzie is the term for Queen Elizabeth who has passed. I don't know how long this video, that verse is written, but like, you know, she been dead for a minute.
Book, but there's no spelling bee. Oh, Lizzie got nothing on me. You can't miss this queen.
Tiny beard, rhyme it up inside your blimy ears. Wanna go to war? I'm the prime maritimes privateer. Fight me, shoot. Rhyme it.
I have to, I have to applaud whoever made this. Admittedly, very long beats. Cypher beats are a whole different beast than say rap battle beats or even single rap beats because they're just so much longer. And like, sure, you can like do a lot of repeating, or you could have it like be 3 minutes and then just like loop it or whatever. But like, it's a whole different vibe to be able to do that, and also to make them flow together in such a good way. Like this.
Up inside your private ears, wanna go to war? I'm the prime maritimes privateer. Find me shooting and looting, my eye is always
Shooting and looting, loot. Okay. I don't remember the name of his level
on the prize, and the patches on my eye, but just for the fucking vibes. Got the peg legs, 2 sticks like doolies, looking up to me.
Sticks like dualies, you know, dualies is a term for dual or dual-wielded pistols typically. Guns or pistols are typically referred to as sticks, although I usually hear that more so referred to as for shotguns. So like twin peg legs, looking like dualies, so he has 2 sticks.
On my eye, but just for the fucking vibes. Got the peg legs, 2 sticks like doolies, looking up to me in the barrels, all that you'll see.
Because the barrel is above you throughout the entire.
Above me dead, can you flop like a fish?
SpongeBob reference, you know that one.
Looking up to me in the barrels, all that you'll see. Come up on me dead, can you flop like a fish? Cause we buried gold bars are much more than a myth.
Because me buried gold bars are much more than a myth. Because, you know, buried gold, obviously, but also buried gold bars, because these are bars that are gold. You get it.
Get settled, hang tight, curtain fabric may rise. Better exit stage right when the Sally plays live. Got a red wedding scheduled when I send fabric may rise.
I recently spoke with Ozia. I won't spoil why, but I recently spoke with her. She's pretty cool. I like her. So, what's
buried gold bars are much more than a myth.
Get settled, hang tight, curtain fabric may rise. Better exit stage right when the Sally plays live. Got a red wedding scheduled when I send him to the devil.
Got a red wedding scheduled. Red wedding obviously refers to the Game of Thrones moment, because when I think it's a lot of people die. And when you send them to the devil is typically depicted as red, so.
Better exit stage right when the Sally plays live. Got a red wedding scheduled when I send him to the devil. You know when I pop this pistol, then take it to.
Also, send them to the devil also refers to killing them. So, you know, the double there.
Plays live. Got a red wedding scheduled when I send him to the devil. You know when I pop this pistol, then take it up with the playwright. Pages waiting with bated breath, Cirque du Soleil, no safety net. Think recollection.
Okay, there's no safety net for in this case Cuphead. Much like in Cirque du Soleil, there is no safety net because they're so well trained.
Pistol, then take it up with the playwright. Pages waiting with bated breath, Cirque du Soleil, no safety net. Think recollections the same, man. You ain't see me angry yet.
Break a leg is a term used for good luck. They never say good luck for a variety of reasons, so they say break a leg. It's usually used for right before a play goes on. So she says, do you think it's just a phrase? No, you haven't seen me angry yet, because she's going to actually break it.
Waiting with bated breath, Cirque du Soleil, no safety net. Think recollections the same, man. You ain't see me angry yet. They'll float like my umbrella when I spit. You better read my lips. I must be the phantom, the way that I keep the theater lit.
The Phantom obviously refers to Phantom of the Opera.
My umbrella when I
and Phantom of the Opera has been a play that's has been a Broadway musical that's been going on for fucking ever.
spit. You better read my lips. I must be the
Hence, it keeps the theater lit, as in both jumping, you know, excited, but also paid for.
phantom, the way that I keep the theater
It
lit.
was the night before business, and all through the house, every creature was alerted by the bombs of the mouse. And we said prick from the big.
Obviously, that's in reference to the night before Christmas.
And all through the house, every creature was alerted by the bombs of the mouse. And we said prick from the pickle hope symbol and the six cigar. You stick it through the prison bars, the world will fall out. There's a crack in the back of the bargain, for they haven't the chance too much with, and if you love it, they got the prison bars, the world will fall out. There's a crack in the back of the bargain, for they haven't the chance to.
Before the half-witted chalice to match with, obviously, the half-witted chalice is referring to Cuphead.
Much with, and if you love it, they got to have it, the bag, I will have to go. Tell me. It's a bag of the bargain, for they haven't the chance too much with, and if you love it, they got to have it, the bag, I will have to go. Tell me no fair on YouTube, if tie and dry. The rhyme is over with as easy as I'm flying. Wait,
Okay, I like that. That's a good joke.
on YouTube, if tie and dry. The rhyme is over with as easy as I'm flying.
It's eins, zwei, drei. I think drei is 3, which is 1, 2, 3.
Wait, kick ass and chew gum, buddy. I get the house jumping, pull up at a party. It's anything but a malfunction.
Okay. Pull up at a party is anything but a malfunction. When I pull up at a party, it's anything but a malfunction, because a malfunction obviously refers to something that shouldn't be happening with a robot, but also parties are typically called the function, so it's not a malfunction, it's just the function.
Ass and chew gum, buddy. I get the house jumping, pull up at a party. It's anything but a malfunction. Blow me off, then have to look to the clouds for your head. Tell a pal and a friend, everything from my mouth is a gem.
Everything from my mouth is a gem, as in I spit I spit great bars, but also in this phase when he pulls out of his mouth a gem that shoots laser pistol shots.
That's my antenna, you don't want the static. But if you really want a piece of me, then homie was scrapping. As all the parts from the beat, I got nothing I need to fix. Built on my types of Iron Man, one got a beam equipped.
Bring in the tide for the serpentine surf life, starving for attention. So let me save my appetite. Catch the tide.
He's basing this Kata Maria voice on the animated series version of Kala, which I think is very similar, which I enjoy. I get it.
For the serpentine surf life, starving for attention. So let me save my appetite. Catch of the day.
Starving for attention, so let me sate my appetite, as in I'm starving for attention, so let me sate it by attacking you so you will give me attention.
For the serpentine surf life, starving for attention. So let me save my appetite. Catch of the day. Got these minnows on the menu.
Catch of the day obviously refers to what has been caught to be served on that day. Minnows on the menu, she's calling Cuphead and Mugman small fish, because minnows are small fish that are typically not even thought of or mentioned when it comes to fish.
About to rock candy for the killer with a sweet tooth. Strong serenades like Ethel, learning every 7 C's chair. Loaded A shipwrecker. Then they say the bubbles and all.
Okay, I don't know what Ethel was referring to, but I know
Ethel, learning every 7 C's chair. Loaded A shipwrecker. Then they say
spit deadly Scylla bubbles Scylla, which typically has SCYLLA, which is a sea monster from the Odyssey, which people on Twitter are talking about a lot recently. But and then Scylla bubbles is also a double for syllables, because she's spitting deadly syllables. Not only is the Scylla bubbles deadly, but so are her syllables, because they are good bars.
the bubbles and all but fish fearing. I leave your tail headless for messing with the seaweed.
You'll be having hours from this haunting tale, because when I'm behind the wheel, we're going off the rails. So all aboard, kiddies, we'll be cruising through, down to the darker depths of hell. Boom, boom, boom. Your toes to your back, for your bones to the snap, leaving cold and collapse as you roll in my track. Make a suffocated presence of the blow of us and winter, put me harder spitting fire when it's even your sting. Like a suffocated presence of the blow of us and winter, put me harder spitting fire when it's even your sting.
The heart is spitting fire. The bars come from the heart, and it's spitting fire, but also because the heart of the engine also is based on fire, and it's leaving you all steamed. Punk's steampunk, obviously, but also steamed is steamed obviously refers to annoyed, and punks because they're in the show they're kids, in the game they're implied to be adults. It's hard to say, but also steampunk.
Well, well, do my eyes deceive me right now? Hello there, boys, take a step into the dice house. When win's all you need, that can be such a nightmare, but I can help you out if you sign right there. Gotcha, come on, you knew that was
The contract.
a nightmare, but I can help you out if you sign right there. Gotcha, come on, you knew that was fake, right? What, weren't expecting to be betrayed by these snake guys?
Snake eyes obviously refers to when you get 2 1s on a set of dice, but also snake eyes because snakes are typically seen as deceivers, so he has the eyes of a snake because he is a deceiver.
Let's play it out. I like to watch them die slow. Don't need to gamble when
Die slow, but also how it's said. I like to watch them die slow, but because of how it's said, dice low, I like to watch them roll the dice and roll low, because that means that he is winning.
the hands of fate of my own. I'm so dapper.
The hands of fate are my own because his main attack is putting out cards with his hands.
I like to watch them die slow. Don't need to gamble when the hands of fate are my own. I'm so dapper, best dressed in the casino. Call up the boys to do with a pair of little heroes. A thrill to see where a roll of the dice might land. So never shake on it with the devil's right hand.
He's the devil's right-hand man, but you also don't shake the devil's hand, because shaking the devil's hand is typically how a deal is finished.
Thrill to see where a roll of the dice might land. So never shake on it with the devil's right hand.
Let's try and do this. Okay, sorry for the delay, guys. I had to cut out a lot because just my YouTube was being very slow. I should start downloading these videos, but there's just not any easy way to do that. We're gonna have terrible quality, but that's what it is. If I could pause the recording, that would make things so much easier, but, you know.
Running levels, chasing numerous medals. I don't need a medal to get your funeral schedule.
So I'm not entirely sure what this is referring to. I don't need a medal to get your funeral scheduled. I don't.
Running levels, chasing numerous medals. I don't need a medal to get your funeral scheduled. Have the last drink before I duel with the kettle.
Have your last drink before I duel with the kettle. The kettle is the elder kettle, obviously, who is the boys' father figure, guardian, so on. But have your last drink, as in, prepare for yourself to die before I duel with the kettle, which is in turn referring to dueling with the cups.
If you dare to pull a string, then I gotta lose to the devil.
If you dare to pull a string, you're gonna lose to the devil.
Yeah, it's all fun and jokes, right? Until you feel the grip and your throat's tight.
It's all fun and jokes until you feel okay.
Yeah, it's all fun and jokes, right? Until you feel the grip and your throat's tight. You better hold tight when it's showtime. This ain't a game of dice, but it doesn't mean that you won't die. You better.
Okay, this ain't a game of dice, but it doesn't mean you won't die. Obviously, dice games are King Dice's domain, but also just because it's a dice game not a dice game doesn't mean you won't die. A singular dice is a die. You get it.
Hold tight when it's showtime. This ain't a game of dice, but it doesn't mean that you won't die. I'm behind closed doors, devil's coach horse.
Ooh.
Pay up the boat's course to my home's porch. Always in my goat form with the goat horns. Trust.
Always in my greatest of all time form with the goat horns, because his horns in one of his forms turns.
Me, I'ma need your souls more than your own corpse.
I need your soul more than your own corpse.
Daily come and go crazy. The rubber hose Hades got the.
The rubber hose Hades, because the style of animation in the game and the show is rubber hose.
More than your own corpse.
And Hades is the king of the underworld in Greek mythology.
Souls daily come and go crazy. The rubber hose Hades got the most ladies. I run the show, baby. You know I always get the bag. I got the Cypher deciphered sign with the best for last.
I got the Cypher deciphered sign with the best for last. Okay. Okay, that was damn good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, make sure to go subscribe to O-Rain. There he is. Or there they are. I don't know. And also, of course, follow everyone else here. You have all kinds of cool people. O-Rain, Dilly, Ace Music, iGreen Owl, Matt Reaches, Toasty, Choosh, Donnie, Danny, Tyga, Cameron, Lee Bergantino, Swizzkey, Kurobane Azia, shout-out to Kurobane Azia, Leo Barkey, Commander Jacob, Gyrus Gothic, Metastar VA, Just Gamer, and of course, Freshy Canal. Shoutouts to Freshy Canal. We love Freshy Canal on this channel. Produced by Expulsion, mixed by Zagranus. Zagranus. A video by Rap Roasted. Thumbnail by Cameron. Cameron the person, and additional instrumental by Axie Music. Make sure to also follow him on X and everyone else. Or Twitter, I should say. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to comment what you want to see me react to next. Ciao, motherfuckers. Boing!